Boeing, the worst Dow performer today after factory workers went on strike for the first time in 16 years, with 33,000 people walking off the job. CFO Brian West saying at a Morgan Stanley conference the strike will hurt aircraft deliveries and jeopardize the company's recovery. And credit rating agencies Moody's and Fitch warning the strike could pose a risk for a downgrade. Joining us now with his stake is former United Airlines CEO Oscar Munoz. Eager for your take, Oscar, especially because a week and a half ago you told us Boeing's critically important. How long can they afford to have this strike drag on, and how serious would a couple of downgrades be?
Well, the first thing I would say, for the flying public, this is not an impact. Think of it as akin to the audio manufacturers, right? So you're not going to feel the down. So if you're a flying public person, you're not going to worry about it. But with regards to Boeing, right, we've known that they face all of these obstacles, and this union contract was one of them. And so they've got to resolve it. How much time do they have? When could it have impact? All the financial ratings are all part of this, but they're already restricted to some degree. So I think they have a little bit of time. As I know it, these union contracts tend to reflect around, they're very complicated, but it's labor and compensation, it's benefits, it's labor rules. And then there's always, kind of a fourth sort of sensitive subject, which is about just culture and empathy. And is there trust between the two management and the unions? And I think that's a big factor that's probably at play altogether in here. And I think as they sit down and walk through this and talk through this, we hope that it'll be relatively soon, because Boeing can't afford to have any more of these delays and these contract hits.
Well, it's hard to trust a CEO who just walked in the door. This is quite an unusual test for Kelly at Ortberg right off the bat. What are you watching? What should investors watch and how he handles it?
Well, I think he's going to have to engage, would be my thing, and how he engages and how he gets in and settles this, because frankly, it's not unexpected this would happen. I don't think it's a reflection on him personally. I just think it's the union trying to get attention because of the things they feel they need to be heard. And this is a way to do it. They have this mechanism. In the airline industry, we don't have that restriction, because we don't have this possibility, because we operate under the Railway Labor Act, which allows cooling off periods. Again, this is akin to the auto workers, where they can indeed walk away. So hopefully this is a show of solidarity from the unions. I'm sure management will get very quickly involved, and I think Kelly will be able to go in there and manage through this and work through this very quickly. I'm confident of that. They just have to sit down and talk.
And the auto workers got a big deal not too long ago. How much does that factor into this?
They're very different industries. But I suspect, the money that's on the table now is not insignificant. So there's probably some of that. So I think there's probably a multitude of factors beyond just the money situation. But yes, settled contracts and similar spaces are always the barometer and the benchmark that everyone applies. And again, I'm not privy to a lot of those details, but there is some negotiating to do. And this walkout certainly has some leverage that the new Boeing management team is going to have to manage and deal with.
How much do you think Boeing's overall reputational issues, challenges, factor into the union's position here and decision to strike? Very often, when companies go through these sort of things, a lot of workers feel like, hey, this wasn't our fault. We weren't the ones making these calls. We don't deserve to suffer for it.
Yeah, no, there's no question. All of that comes into play. Right, that's the risk, and we've talked about Boeing many times over the course of the last 6 months. The obstacles to regain their status are many and varied, and this is one of them. I mean, it's easy to kick somebody when they're down, and I think probably union management has taken this advantage to really, get their attention. And so, yes, all of that comes into play. We hope that actual facts and data and true negotiations across the table sort of gather quickly and also gather momentum and then come to a resolution relatively quickly.
If this goes on for a few weeks, it could really start to impact suppliers, couldn't it? And workers there and revenues and profits there. Some are ahead on deliveries, some are behind. How much should investors keep that in mind?
Well, they're clearly taking a lot into mind, given the equity reaction, the market reaction today to that. So again, I think there's always a bit of time where this can be afforded. Boeing has been at a point where they have limited output anyway. They still got their 787 plant that's not unionized that's going to be working, so they've got that aircraft coming on. So I think both sides will begin to sort of play the time game as to who can last the longest. I really hope that they don't do that and they just get to work. Really, at the end of the day, Boeing can't afford this. We as aircraft procurers can't afford this. We just need to get them back on their foot across all the different angles. And solving this and getting back in unity will be a big first step in the persona that Boeing presents itself to the public. And I think all of that can be helpful. You can't do that just at any cost.
Yeah.
So.